Alrighty, guys. Now, I've gone over the plan a lot of times now. All the spears at the same time. Y'all got that?
Yeah. Fairly simple concept.
That was kind of weird how you all said the exact same thing in the exact same tone. Well, alrighty then. I guess we'll be ready to go off here in a minute. I need to use the urination station, so whenever that's done, I'll be ready to go.
These suckers don't even know what's coming. We got a roboticized mammoth here that's gonna beat the snot out of every single one of them. So, what's the plan? Man, I thought you'd never ask. Well, you see, because the roboticized mammoth we have here, they think it's a normal one. They think it's food for their tribe, which has been going hungry as far as I know. Okay, so... Well, if you'd let me finish, you would have known where I was going with this. They're gonna come hunt this mammoth and we're gonna attack them. It's pretty easy. Any more questions, you incompetent goons? Because as far as I know, I've explained everything pretty clearly. So if so, you're gonna need to speak up. Yo, dude, how you feeling about this? Yo, I'm gonna legitimately poop my pants. Well, how about the next guy down there? I like the shape of my eyeballs. Yeah, you know what else is good? Gatorade.
So, how much are we getting paid?
Oh, shut it, you normal-sounding halfling!
Now remember, all at the same time. See? Ready? Go. Chip, run! You're our last hope. Make it back to the tribe and tell them what's going on.
Good thing we caught that spear thrower. He'll make a fine addition to our troop.
Yeah, I like throwing spears.
All we need now is a handful more, then we'll be set.
Hey everyone, it's your boy V, and welcome back to another episode of How to Main the Units, Part 7, The Mammoth. Now, it goes without saying that the Mammoth is very powerful. He is by far the tankiest of the tribal faction, able to soak up a buttload of damage and dish it out while we're at it. So then, what all can you do? Well, he can charge into enemy lines, and he can also quite literally step on enemies as well as an attack, if you even want to call it that. As well as the fact that you can only imagine that the big bulky behemoth of a prehistoric animal or whatever is very big. In good and bad ways, I guess. Good in the fact that you can use it to traverse the level a bit quicker, but also in the same time, you are going to get hit with anything thrown at you. It also makes sense that the big beefy boy here is very slow. Yeah, you cannot dodge a thing. So mass ranged units and war machines are going to be your kryptonite as the Mammoth. Although, against anything else, it seems, he does very well. So think like your basic infantry units, your shield units, AoE, light tank and DPS to a certain extent, and yeah. Now, when against infantry units, it's really not that hard. I mean, just kind of run into them. Throw them around a little bit. I mean, it's not hard. You're as big as the average tiki hut. And, yeah. It's not really hard. I mean, the only thing you might want to watch out for is getting too clumped up, because sometimes that can limit your ability as the Mammoth. Now, against shield units, it's basically the same concept. Just charge your way in and just beat the snot out of every single one of them. That sounds familiar. No, but seriously, it's basically just the same as melee units. They just might take a little longer to get rid of because of their shields. So, if anything, just keep stepping on them and throwing your tusks around until you get them all. There you go. So, for ranged units, yeah, that's a little hefty, ain't it? So, for ranged units, there's not much you can do if there's a poop ton of them. I mean, it's kind of hard to dodge something that can do that to you. Yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. There isn't really much you can do as a Mammoth. I mean, you see I try to avoid it the best I can, but no matter what I do, I'm gonna get hit, so... Best chance of doing anything is just to kind of charge in and do what damage you can. But this is tabs, so remember, you always have other units that you can throw down. So, while I soak up all the damage for my team, I can easily just go around and deal with anything else, while my other units deal with the throwers here. And I'm gonna keep running this back just because I wanted to keep trying it, but there's no way that I can do that with, you know. And then for good measure, I also put him up against a bunch of stoners just to see if he would be able to do better against that. Well, I mean, there were less of them, but it didn't really do much different. So just try your best to stay away from the mass amounts of ranged units, and you'll be fine. So, with AoE units, it's really not hard. It's a lot easier than the ranged units that we just saw, as they would immediately beat the snot out of the Mammoth. So what you gotta do, you just kinda gotta just attack. You'll hit them, so don't even worry about it. Just use your charge effectively, and you'll be just fine. Against most DPS units, you want to avoid immediate direct confrontation and try and get as much damage in as you can before anything really bad happens, because the chieftain here is very, very quick at attacking. If you've watched the chieftain video, you would know this, but as you can see, I almost died to these chieftains, so you just kind of have to play around that and you'll be fine. As for special properties, the lasso unit here, normally what he does is take whatever unit it catches along for a good ride, but he cannot drag the Mammoth anywhere. Actually, the opposite ends up happening. And so, for the conclusion, the Mammoth is a very powerful unit. On its own, it can easily charge through multiple lines of enemy units and easily deal with any melee or shield units. And with that said, they also do very well against the AoE units and the light tanks if you play your cards right. Only thing you might need to worry about is just making sure the ranged units aren't having a sight on you at all times. Granted, I know that's hard to do because you are literally the size of a building, but I'm sure it can't be too hard. Now, since I'm done with the actual stats and everything, I just want to take a few and say, first off, thank you guys so much for everything. The channel progress has been absolutely astonishing to me as a restarting content creator here. I honestly didn't expect this to get as much attention as it did. So, like I've said in the update video, thank you guys so much. We are now currently up to 87 subscribers. That is crazy. Absolutely bewildering. Hopefully, it still only goes upward from here, and I wish nothing but the best for every one of you 87 glorious people out there that are subbed to the channel. And if you wish to join those said glorious people, well, the subscribe button's right there if you'd want to. But if not, totally cool. I'll see you all later. Have a great day.
You know, with enough of those blue dudes running around, we'll have enough to feed the entire pack.
This is so, yeah, but, I mean, what else is the plan?
I mean, they're here, so obviously we're gonna keep using what we can for the rest of the pack, but... I don't know. Well, it's not like we're the ones eating them anyway, so I think we're fine. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yo, dude, are you seeing this? What is it? Our next project.